Hello. What is arrogance and pride? The diseases of our age. Arrogance, as the opposite of humility and modesty, means seeing oneself superior and humiliating others with this feeling. Pride means that one is deceived and consoled by spiritually worthless things. Arrogance and pride are traits forbidden by Allah. Arrogant people cannot adapt to society. They constantly search for other people's faults and shortcomings. Thus, they think they are superior to other people. The Quran warns arrogant people with the 18th verse of Luqman. Do not turn your face from people in scornful pride, nor move on earth haughtily. Surely God does not love anyone proud and boastful. In many verses, Allah warns people not to be arrogant, because arrogance is a great disease. As a person becomes more greedy and selfish, they become one among the oppressors. Therefore, what happens to the oppressors also happens to him. The religion of Islam considered arrogant people and cruel people the same. Well, why are the arrogant considered among the oppressors? Being arrogant spoils one's nature. Allah says that He created man in the most beautiful way. Arrogance causes the formation of a narcissistic personality. People with narcissistic personality disorder are those that exhibit a sense of superiority, admiration, and lack of empathy. While they exalt themselves, they tend to belittle and humiliate others. Because they are the most handsome, the most intelligent, the most skillful, the brightest, and the most perfect. The person who thinks that he has all these amazing qualities we have mentioned has a distorted mentality, and he thinks, I'm a very special person. These rules applied to others do not concern me. Other people must meet my needs. People have no right to criticize me. It is always very important for them to be recognized, praised, and admired. The distorted mentality of arrogant people does not end here. Their ultimate level is, I have every reason to own all these best qualities. So, what are these qualities? Position, leadership, kinship, money, power, having the only say. Yes, having the only say. That is the idea of divinity. History is full of cruel kings and people claiming divinities. One of them is Pharaoh. One of the stories about arrogance in the Quran is the story of the Pharaoh. Pharaoh was a cruel ruler. He also claimed divinity as he persecuted people. God sent Moses, peace and blessings be upon him, as the messenger to Pharaoh, because he was one of the transgressors. Moses warned Pharaoh to obey God. Pharaoh said he didn't accept Moses as Lord due to his arrogance. In the 29th verse of the Surah Shu'ara in the Quran, the arrogance of the Pharaoh is mentioned as follows. The Pharaoh threatened, if you, O Moses, take any deity other than me to worship, to offer your prayer and sacrifices to, and to seek help from, I will most certainly make you one of the imprisoned. When Moses warns Pharaoh to believe in God, Pharaoh's authority is shaken. Pharaoh pursues Moses to maintain his authority. Pharaoh claimed divinity and failed his arrogance. He ended up dying by drowning in the Nile. As Bediüzzaman emphasized, social arrogance gives strength to personal arrogance. Therefore, we can say that social arrogance is a deadly and destructive scourge with great danger. In modern times, many rulers have become pharaohs by taking advantage of social arrogance. Dictators such as Hitler, Saddam, Gaddafi, and Ceausescu have caused great suffering in the societies they live in, but their lives ended either by suicide or by being killed. So, how do people protect themselves from being arrogant? People should know that money, beauty, power, intelligence, success, and everything that they are proud of are granted from Allah. We know that Allah has innumerable blessings and He bestows them on His servants. In His verses, Allah tells us that He created countless blessings on earth for people and gives them as much as He wants. We should be aware that these treats can go away and we can do nothing about it. If a person becomes conscious of where he came from and why he was created, he will not fall into arrogance. People must accept their helplessness and poverty. Finally, let's hear the words of Bediüzzaman. It is humility and modesty that befits a helpless, weak, and poor person. Because the dignity of man in his humiliation against Allah Almighty ingratitude, and prostration. A smart person should be humble. He should avoid falling into pride and arrogance by thinking about his fate. He won't be deceived and become arrogant by the mortal and temporary pleasures and bliss of the world, because worldly positions, power, and wealth are ephemeral and temporary.